Oak Farm Montessori High School is in the business of helping students to feel known and accepted. When we set up an environment that helps them to feel known and then help them to feel accepted in the space, they then will begin to know themselves. And when they know themselves, they then can start planning for the future and dream. And we believe that that is a healthy space for all students.
When my oldest got done with 8th grade, I knew that the traditional high school wasn't the right place for him. When we talked to the staff, they were just so welcoming and inviting. I loved how they center on the individual. It's not just like, okay, we're gonna teach all of these kids and then we're gonna teach them all the same thing. They looked at my son and now my daughter who's here, and they looked at their strengths and their interests and they pushed them in that direction. And so they can pursue what they're passionate about.
So my favorite part of this job is the kids. The value that's placed on building relationships and getting to know them as individuals is paramount. Of course, you want them to learn and grow, but the relationship building is really important and valued here, and I really appreciate that.
At other schools, you would call your teachers by their last names and really formal. Here, we like to call them by their first names. And yes, it's different, but we are kind of on a level where we give to each other and we talk to each other and we try to work together with our teachers. It makes it so there's not as much of a barrier, and we can go to them whenever we have questions, whenever we need help, and they're there for us no matter what.
I get advice from my teachers all the time, not just about schoolwork, just like, hey, I'm struggling with this, I need help, I need some advice, what should I do here, kind of questions, and they really provide some good, solid adult advice to that. And I've solved so many situations that I wouldn't have been able to solve on my own without that advice.
Montessori education is about empowering young adults to be able to dream and realize what their future is. And what we do here is we provide opportunities for our students to experience these small snippets of what adult life is going to be like and to really help them to dream and see what their future can be. Our academics are strong. We are able to provide all of the same academic opportunities as other high schools are able to do, but we have a small teacher-to-student ratio, which I believe helps us to be more successful.
Oak Farm is different in a lot of ways. The choices that we have here are the main thing. We really take ownership over our education and we get freedom to decide what we want to do.
My favorite part of being a student is the classes. They feel really immersive and I just get really in depth in doing different things. And the flexibility within the schedule to do different things I think is quite nice.
We go off campus as much as we can, because how can you get used to the real world if you're within the confines of 4 walls? Every fall, our whole school goes together and we have a camping trip, and it's about community, it's about culture, and I see so much growth, and I see kids come together and work together. But I also really love when we're on campus that we're not just within these 4 walls. Again, we can go to the farm, or we have bikes. It's a great place that's much more like a college campus where there's a little more freedom.
I'd say Oak Farm is really preparing me for my future with everything I do. They have a lot of hands-on stuff to do. With our pathways, we have the bike shop, coffee shop, in a lab, which we make the merchandise for Oak Farm there. We design all that stuff, and agriculture. So it's just very hands-on.
Personally, I've had some opportunities where I'm doing an internship right now at a yoga studio. And next year for my senior capstone, I'm able to go into that and even get yoga certified. And I don't think I could have done that without Oak Farm. And they really just support us to communicate, this is what I want, and to set up these opportunities.
As soon as you walk in the door, you feel greeted and welcomed, and then they take you around and show you this beautiful facility with all these wonderful teachers and the opportunity that they have to educate your child in the best way possible.
I am so thankful that I went to that first open house here at the high school. I had never thought of sending my kid to Oak Farm. It was a small school out in the country of a villa. I was looking at other places, and I'm so thankful that I did. It has everything any child needs to be successful, and extra bonuses like the greatest staff and a great community of kids, the most beautiful campus I've ever seen. It has been perfect for my children.